Yo. Well, this is Dateline. We're live tonight. This is a redo from a show that I did a few weeks ago with the same four gentlemen plus one. They co-authored a book, Killing Democracy. It was an incredible show, an incredible book. I highly recommend it to everybody. It's basically in chapter after chapter after chapter showing the covert operations of the United States going back almost 80 years to overthrow governments around the world that they didn't like, that were not in line with the United States' interest. And there are a couple of main themes in that. One, the covert operations of the CIA. And number two, the control that the CIA has had of the media, and how the media, from then until today, my entire life, has been the official outlet for all of United States foreign policy, covert actions around the world. And it continues to today. I hope we can get into Venezuela, because what happened on January 3rd was really the most recent example of the United States using covert operations to try to overthrow the regime. I don't even want to call it a regime. The government, democratically elected government of Maduro in Venezuela. And now Trump is threatening to invade Greenland, and he's threatening Iran again. And if that's not enough, this madman, and he is a madman, the face of a really a terrible regime in the United States, is threatening even his friends. So to start this off tonight, we have Finian Cunningham. He's a journalist. He's a co-author of the book Killing Democracy. We have KJ No, who is out in California. We have Dan Kovalik, who is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Ron Reidenauer, who's in Denmark. So Finian, I'm going to throw it over to you first. Take it away. How would you like to go with this tonight?
Well, Regis, thanks very much for having us back on your fantastic show, and welcome to my dear colleagues there, each one of them. Apart from well, Jeremy's missing, but hopefully he'll join us. Yeah, Regis, I mean, it's just chaos, isn't it? I mean, the world has just descended into barbarism, and outright just barbarism. I mean, there was a time when the United States would pay lip service to international law and treaties and the UN Charter. Of course, like thrashing it kind of covertly, but at least they paid some sort of lip service or theoretical respect to international law. Well, what we're seeing now is this complete out and out barbarism under Trump. I mean, this kind of like deranged, or kind of like sort of like how do you say, out and out terroristic kind of like conduct has been kind of cultivated with impunity by the media over decades. Decades of regime change operations have been covered up by the media, so it's no wonder that the United States rulers, the government becomes considers itself to have impunity because it's got away with murder literally for decades, and that's what our book is trying to convey, that this decades of impunity, of a violation of international law, has resulted in destruction of any kind of like pretense of democracy in the West and respect for international law.
KJ, you want to pick it up from there?
Absolutely. I think what we're seeing right now is the transition towards fascism and militarism. As the empire spirals the drain, it becomes more and more violent. It reverts to primitive accumulation. if you recall, there are systems thinkers, world systems thinkers like Wallerstein, who says that countries go from mercantile commercial capitalism to slavery to industrial capitalism to finance capitalism, and then they end up in war. And so we're hitting this kind of terminal stage that you see with multiple capitalist empires, where we are hitting the stage of war, and we are reverting to this kind of primitive accumulation abroad and this massive vicious crackdown. And so now the mask is off. There's no even pretense at liberal democracy and all the kind of fig leaves that we're usually accustomed to. It's simply naked power, naked exploitation, naked violence. And of course, we see this in, for example, Europe. The Europeans are realizing that having lived high on the hog, on the coattails of the American empire, now they're being turned on by the empire itself as it reaches its terminal contradictions. It's like the mafia wife who is, kind of living high on the hog and not realizing the violence that the Don is capable of perpetrating to others. He's also capable of perpetrating against her. The bully turns on the sidekick when he can no longer bully others. So we see this dynamic happening. And so both the exacerbation of domestic violence, the kind of naked brutality, naked violence abroad, and then the discarding with all niceties and hypocrisies. Hypocrisy is the tribute that vice pays to virtue. They feel like they no longer need to pay that tribute, and they're just going to deal, as Kennan said, in naked power concepts.
Well, Dan, pick it up.
Yes, well, I totally agree with that. And you're not just seeing that, of course, on the international.
Okay, we got a problem. Anybody else having a problem with the delay?
Yeah, you're
No.
Dan's not coming across very well. It's a bit
okay.
squeaky or
In any
something.
case,
Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to cut this. We're going to go to Zoom. It'll be more stable than this is right now, because is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Stand by. We're going to go to Zoom.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.